Hello, happy St. Patrick's Day. So, after Googling, it doesn't appear to be a sit-down comedian. So, I've decided I guess I don't really need a label or a title. Do you guys remember when labels and titles didn't exist? Like, why must we label everyone and everything? Like, when you meet somebody, like, oh, hi, I'm Alyssa, and I have like ADHD, depression, anxiety, bipolar, extreme anger issues. Like, the list goes on and on. Like, why does it have to be our introduction? Like, come on now. Like, now we can't even label people as he or she without they or them, and like, who the fuck cares? Just be you. Like, why can't I just be me? Like, hi, I'm me. Like, do we need to start carrying around paper that we fill out, like at the doctor's office? Like, your name, your sex, your date of birth, your race, your sexual preference, your diagnosis, what meds you're on. Like, please, let me save you the trouble. I had it laminated. Here you go. This is me. This is everything that you need to know about me. Like, oh, by the way, I'm a lesbian. Did you need to know that too? Like when you go to the doctors, like, are you pregnant? No. Well, we're gonna have to test you anyways. Well, you can just fucking save yourself the trouble. I haven't had fucking dick, and let's not even go there. I just don't understand, you know? But it doesn't matter, because they're still gonna take the fucking pregnancy test just to make sure. Like, I don't know, is there any lesbians here out there? Like, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, do you know how many times I've gone to the doctors or the gynecologist and they ask me that question, and I'm just like, no. And then they like get into like, okay, well, what form of birth control do you use? And I'm like, no, I'm not in any birth control. Sorry. Well, you do know condoms don't work 100% of the time, right? Like, yeah, I don't use those either. And then their face like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, yeah, just no dick for me. Like, that's what I do. Okay? Like, did you not read the fucking mile-long fucking pages of paperwork that you made me fill out? Clearly you didn't. Because it clearly says in there, I'm gay. Like, we don't need to have the sex talk every freaking time. Like, you should just know. You know? And then the sex talk. Can we just get into that? Like, my son's 13. Like, is it the birds and the bees, or like the bees and the bees and the butterflies and the butterflies? Like, what is it anymore? I don't even know. Like, I feel like I don't even want to have the sex talk, because if you have the sex talk about the birds and the bees and he wants to be the bees and the bees, or the birds and the birds, I mean, who knows? I don't know. I feel like I just went off on a tangent, but you know. But back to the doctor talk. So, you know, once we get through that and they're like, okay, we're gonna swab you for some STDs. Speaking of STDs, and going back to labels and such, like, we can't even call STDs anymore. Like, does anyone know what they're called? Oh yeah, they're called STIs. STIs. Because society even fucking cares that, like, what chlamydia identifies as. Like, hi, I'm chlamydia, and I'm an STI, because I'm not a disease, okay? Like, I want to identify as an infection now. Well, guess what? The clap still claps back. But anyways, this whole segment was about labels and why do we need them. I'm me, you're you, that's it. I'm Alyssa. Have a great night.